Baha recruited me to be an advocate for the ocean. Water really permeates through all aspects of Bahamian life, whether it's through our culture, our cuisine, and especially conservation.
The ocean is a part of who we are as Bahamian people. It's how we work, it's how we eat, it's how we play, it's how we connect with each other.
The colors we get here are phenomenal. It's the limestone sand, it's the sky reflecting in the water. It changes every minute of the day. Water here in the Bahamas is a huge inspiration to me as an artist.
Baha is a luxury resort destination in Nassau, Bahamas. Home to 3 iconic hotels, SLS, Grand Hyatt, and Rosewood, and over 45 restaurants and bars. Baha brings all of these elements together. As a native Bahamian, I grew up in the water. I could swim before I could walk. The ocean is a really integral part to who I am as a person. My name is Kimberly Darble, and I'm the Assistant Director of Conservation and Sustainability at Baha. The Baha Resort Foundation is built on the 3 pillars of community, culture, and conservation, and in my role, I support the conservation pillar. Diving, there's always something new to see. We have such a wide range of species and animals and corals. It's like no other place in the world, really. As soon as you go underwater, you forget everything else, and it's so quiet and calming. I wish I could just stay under there forever sometimes. It's really important to spearfish for lionfish because they're an invasive species and they prey on a lot of juvenile indigenous species to the Bahamas. One thing that's really close to my heart and that I'm happy that Baha is very passionate about is mangrove conservation and restoration. All marine life essentially starts in the mangroves. We're working with a really amazing organization, the Bahamas National Trust, so guests that come to Baha can actually donate, and 100% of the proceeds go to mangrove restoration efforts throughout the Bahamas.
Bahamian cuisine to me is local seafood, fresh herbs, basically anything we can grow or catch in the ocean. My name is Garrett Bowe. I am the chef de cuisine here at Marcus Fish and Chop House at Baha. It's important to me, Chef Marcus, the Baha team to use local resources because we're on an island and it's important to give back. A fisherman might be my uncle. Why bring something in when it's here and you can support the local community and everyone can benefit from what we have available here at Baha. That's inspired a lot of our menu with the local lobster when they're in season, the fresh conch that's on the menu, the flavors of the Bahamas. That's a part of our culture and that's who we are. So when guests come here and they eat our food, it's them being a part of our ecosystem of food and the whole process to getting it on a plate.
Everybody has a little bit of the artist in them, I believe, and being here at Baha brings that out in them and allows them to exercise that ability that perhaps they didn't realize they had. My name is John Paul Salton. I'm a Bahamian artist working here in Nassau, Bahamas. What I love about painting in Baha is the immediacy of the environment, of the light hitting your eyes. It helps force you to make quicker decisions, which as a creative person is necessary.
For the art community, responding to water had been like a rite of passage. Some of the older generation artists, the measure of their mastery was how well they could reflect the water in their paintings. My name is John Cox. I'm the Executive Director for Arts and Culture for the Baha Resort. So this is our new space, Echo. I like to think of it as our kind of big sister gallery to the current downstairs. So we have a collaboration with the National Art Gallery, and it also gives us a bigger platform to have exhibitions up here. So yeah, this is Lynn's studio, and she just happens to be in here right now working. We reintroduced the Artist in Residence program post-COVID. What that does is allows us to include artists in the day-to-day kind of activity of people coming to the gallery and coming to Echo. And we get a window into their process and their practice, and they're able to kind of facilitate some of our programming. This one in particular, I think, is outstanding, right?
It's inspired by an aerial view of the islands and keys of the Bahamas and the different shades of turquoises and blue, every different aspect of water, because it's what defines the Bahamas, in my opinion.
This makes sense from a community perspective, right? From a conservation perspective, from an art perspective.
I think it's a fantastic experience, and it's really important for the continuity of art and culture of the Bahamas. Culture is also a natural resource of our country.
The wonderful thing about Baha and this program is that through the artist's work, you're allowed to peel back the layers of this paradise and discover wonderful complexity that just makes it better. Water is a big part of the ethos of Baha Mar. You're going to experience it in Baha Bay, the water park. It's a great way to have fun at Baha Mar. Baha Mar has been a big proponent of supporting, being conscious about community and conservation and culture, so water plays a big part in who we are. Baha Mar literally means shallow water.
It's a part of our culture. It's in our flag. It represents us as Bahamian people.
I really hope that guests not only appreciate the beauty of the ocean, but understand how important it is to preserve this delicate ecosystem.